Battle control initialized.
Hello there, comrades and cannon fodder. It's Dvoid here. I've got a 1v1 multiplayer game on... this is Desert Rats map, and I've joined my opponent's game. He likes this map, and my opponent's using England, and I'm using Ukraine for this game. I just wanted to try something different. Use Ukraine instead of Russia with Soviets. And this is set as usual with single-use engineers. So you have to use an engineer for every oil derrick you wish to capture, and there are two close for each player near the spawn point, and then there's two sort of central oil derricks to capture. So what I do is I send a couple of rifles to guard my engineer, and send him straight to capture that one, and get another engineer to capture this oil derrick, and I keep a couple of rifles either side because, you know, as far as I remember, this player, he sends rifles to intercept your engineers. So he's going straight for the central oil look, and the one closer to him, he's going for 3 oil derricks straight away, but he's only got 1 rifleman. So in future, I'll remember how vulnerable he is early on. And he's got 2 power plants. And his refinery, very interesting, but he is extending his build reach to build a refinery here. That's actually a good idea. He's getting a refinery up there a lot more quickly than I do. And he's capturing his 3rd oil derrick. I've captured 2. But this guy's way too late, whether I had rifles there or not. He'd have to stand there and shoot the oil derrick himself or do nothing. And he's not gonna have any luck anyway. Look, there he goes. My opponent's moving out very early with his home base MCV. Now he's captured this oil derrick, but I'm guarding this one to ensure he doesn't take it. Now I didn't want to train another engineer straight away because I want rifles, but my opponent's got built none at all. So in future, if I do play on this map against this opponent, I'll actually guard all the oil derricks straight away. Not these two, but these 2 central oil derricks, I'll guard them straight away with rifles, and I'll also try and pick off an engineer or 2. I could maybe get this one. Yes, I could. In fact, I could get this one, because a rifleman can get from there to here before an engineer can be trained there and get to there, even if it is the first one. So I'll remember, send the first rifleman here, and then a group of them here, but make sure I escort my engineers here. So yeah, it will very slightly delay the engineers. I'll want a rifleman, then a couple of engineers, then riflemen to protect this and these corner derricks. See, I am guarding the oil derrick now, but he's already captured it. And he's got a little group of infantry now at this point. And he's got his war factory with a light tank. I've gone for my usual APC. And I'm moving in. I want to go for an early attack. And he's built a ranger and a light tank. That's a very nice combination. And the camo pillboxes are very good. They could shred a lot of my infantry before I even know where it is, and then I'll get no view range from benefit from it, from even the distance that I do go. Now, moving in towards the side, my opponent hasn't got anyone in his ranger, but I noticed his base defences straight away, and I thought, whoa, that's bad, so I'm getting out of there, and it's actually drawn a response, which didn't help me. I thought it'd draw a response up here, but it has, and it's already helped him respond to my grenadier attack, which, that's bad. Yeah, a bit disappointing. I've got him in low power, but yeah, what of it? He'll just repair it and be fine. He's actually sold that. Why did he do that? That doesn't make any sense. Did he actually get the wrong command? The repair key is the letter C. The sell key is Z, I believe. And the X is the low power key, so it's not easy to make that mistake. Why'd sell it? Very strange. Very strange indeed, that. Why not just repair it? It would have been in the same situation before I attacked. With a repaired power plant, it would have been fine. But he's got a larger army than I have now. He's got 7,300. I'm at 6,000. So I've obviously stalled money-wise. I am training infantry, though, but I've only got one barracks. That's a vulnerability. We're in 5 minutes at the 5th minute. So I should have barracks now. They should be placing now. It's, let me see. No, I'm not that bad up for cash, so I don't know what's going on. I'm building a refinery. I've made some kind of mistake with my build order. That's weird. After this, I should have a power plant and 3 barracks. Then my 4th refinery. Maybe I just changed it just to expand more quickly. Must be it. Here's my first tank rolling out. And I do remember thinking I did also cancel my 2nd war factory, if I believe right, remember correctly, because I know this player goes for tech. So I'm sure I was thinking of a different build, and that explains what was going on there. And I've moved these ore trucks straight over, look. I want some troops to defend that just in case he attacks, but I need to get these forward ore fields mined. I can let these regrow. No problem, these ore fields. Look, there's still ore there. I can move an ore truck back if I'm attacked. And I've got a nice source of ore in the centre there. My opponent's mined that bit. He's doing quite well. He's actually got an interesting build there. And he usually takes both these oil derricks at the centre. And that's why he moves to the middle, so he can hold them both. But he neglects these. And when I destroyed these central oil derricks in one of my past games against him, he actually altered his tactics immediately and captured the corner. So he will adapt if things changed. It's just his favoured strategy to take the centre, which is a sound strategy because you'll see how well his multi-tech works. He's got these AA guns. Look, 3 of them. I've got no hope of operating an air force over the centre. No hope at all. Now he's got his Black Hawks. I've got plenty of rocket troops there, look. That's enough. Not bad at all. Now his artillery is shelling my ore trucks. Now that's no problem, really. Yeah, look, like I said, I've ordered them to mine here, so I can fall back if I need to. I've got backup ore supplies, that's quite good. Economy, my opponent's not great for cash. He's still mining his early bit like me, but I've spread out at least. And here we go, we've got an attack. Let's look at early army values. 16 to my opponent, 20 to me when it started, I think. Got a tank up front, the artillery's kicking in, and I've brought my MCV with me, and the base defences. I've screened my infantry very nicely. Get rid of those, and I've got a tank causing some trouble over here, but a turret had made short work of it. Sadly, he's dead. But I'm okay here. The tanks are being shift commanded to destroy the artillery, and I've placed a Tesla coil and a power plant to give me extra view range, but now I realise I'm in trouble. I've got problems. My reinforcements have been sent packing because these machine guns have drilled them. They've absolutely gutted them, and I could have captured used some thieves and captured his money. So let's have a look at the economy situation. It wouldn't have mattered. I would have wasted money, so I'm glad I didn't. That was lucky that I didn't think of using thieves, because I'd have wasted an extra grand on at least 2 of them and stolen nothing. And made my opponent aware of the fact that I'm infiltrating and trying to. And now I've mined this out, I'm going to this central ore patch here. And I have moved back to this forward ore patch because it looks like this one's nearly mined out, but it's fine. That'll keep a single ore truck can use that for a while, and it regrows from 2 mines at the same time. That's fine. That I've actually got. And my opponent's maintained his early supply of ore, but he should have mined it all out more quickly. It is an interesting build order he's got, and the way he expands up to the middle like this, it is an interesting one. I wonder why he made no attempt for this oil derrick. Maybe my attack put him off. But he always uses a nice array of technology. I like this player because he's got artillery, helicopters, he's loaded with base defences, and look at his anti-aircraft defences, it's brilliant. And he's got helicopter guards, look, it's, you know, it's sound. I do enjoy playing these games. And now he'll know that I'm attacking here because the helicopter will spot it. And he's moving forward, but I know I can't fight him everywhere else. I've built a demo truck. But I know I can't fight on both sides, and if he's massing his strength over here, then I'm going to hit him on the other side. It's standard practice to do so. Because he's got a creeping barrage, but it's slow. I can sacrifice... I've mined all of this, look. I can sacrifice 1 power plant, a refinery, 2 barracks, and this. I don't mind. I can save my MCV, save my ore truck, sell anything I want, and just buy time with that. I've lost an aircraft, but he did get 1 or 2 artillery pieces. But I can sacrifice this for time and save the MCV and ore truck, and that's what I'm deciding to do. Because I want to gather my forces here and use the demo truck, but there's just no targets, no troops. I should have attacked and saved the demo truck back here, out of the way. Because I can't send it in when my troops there, look, it'll just kill them all. So I had to go in and find targets. See, look, I'm just being slaughtered. And that has run... yeah, here you go, here's my atom bomb in a truck, and it's just going to be wasted. Took out the base defences that killed it. Got a power plant, let's check his power. Nope. We need to do... Yes, that looked like it just reached low power mode, yes. Here we go, here's another power plant going down. Fire again, heavy tank, nice. Right, now it wants to move out of the way. Oh, Tanya's been trained. She's a real pain, she is. And the tank... Yeah, he's in trouble. And my enemy's attacking. I've just built a V2, and he's got to get out of there quickly. The enemy have got a creeping barrage. Oh, Tanya didn't get my war factory. What? What happened? Did he change his mind? I think he thought it had planted the C4 and ordered it back. He must have done. What? I didn't know that had happened. I didn't know where the first Tanya died. Wow, that was interesting, that. It looked like he did it. Why would she wouldn't plant it and move back without doing it like that. I think he thought he'd planted it and then was ordering her to get out of there. And I'm trying to use my plane to spot and fire missiles. Let's see. No, not a bad shot. And he's fired a nice return shot as well. Very nice. And my war factory's at half health. Tank shot his artillery, that's a mistake. But my aircraft, look at that, they've riddled loads of troops, but they got shot down by this really, really ludicrously well-covered anti-aircraft network. System of anti-aircraft guns that... Look, there's 4 there, overlapping fields of fire. Yeah, no wonder both my planes were shot down like that straight away. But here's his helicopters, he's coming to see what's going on. Nope, that's a waste of bullets, mate. You need at least 5 just to make sure they can wipe out an ore truck quickly. Now let's have a look at our army values. My opponent's at 13, I'm at 14 just. You know, I've got an aeroplane, a V2, and I'm building up some tanks again. That's my bombers have just hit those there. And there's my paratroopers. They were killed by a helicopter. But my 3 parabombs actually damaged that. But I didn't have any units there to finish them off. And I'm gathering my army now. We're both at 17,000. 17,900 for a moment there. And I've built my Iron Curtain now. I've got a couple of aircraft. Here's my opponent's aircraft moving in. He's seen that I've got a horde and they've shot my aircraft down straight away. He needs to get back. And my troops are running into an absolute meat grinder. Look at the artillery coming in. They've got vehicles and defences to screen them anyway. My V2 was missed and the enemy's aircraft destroyed my V2. Now my troops have got to run. This is terrible. And let's have a look. I ordered the attack and ordered the attack to continue, knowing that the Iron Curtain was counting down. So I'm trying to gather my tanks, and I thought, right, I'll attack. There's my spy plane. And attack and use my Iron Curtain, and I used it. I think it was on that one there, and it wasted it. I used the Iron Curtain and it on a dead tank, basically. I activated it, and there's Tanya. And he's got longbow Apaches with missiles to knock out my tanks. Extremely effective. Now I'm at 4,000 army value, my opponent's at 7,600, so he's just wiped out my force and my Iron Curtain was wasted. So that's a big problem. This could have turned the game against me and put me in a bad situation. He's got Tanya and helicopters. He's built another one. That's 3 longbow Apaches. The first thing he needs to be doing is targeting my ore trucks. That's what I'd do with Apaches straight away. In fact, I have done. I mean, he's going for base defences. It's like, no. But he finds the V2. Very nice, look. 2 salvos. 2 salvos of 2. And here's Tanya, because she's got the view range of the helicopter, so she can just gun all my infantry down, look. Look, all those rocket troops, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, every shot 300. It's just lethal. Now here she comes to finish off any other troops. And I've got a flak truck. It was wiped before he could destroy a helicopter. Look how lethal they are to tanks. Just so lethal, those missiles. And I've started placing my own anti-aircraft defences. But I haven't quite got the range of the Allied ones. They've got a far larger range, but I have the mobile flak trucks to make up for it. And here I'm using V2s on his service depot, and I've lost my first one for 1 missile. And the second one got to fire 1 missile. So I'm really suffering here. I'm in a bad way. My opponent's got a 16,000 value army. I've got a 7,000 value army. I've got problems. Let's check on the Iron Curtain. It's ready. So this is vital. There's thieves coming out because I know I have to start using thieves because I've got cash problems. My opponent has as well. So that's interesting. But here we go. My opponent's attacking. But I'm going this way. I'm not responding to him. I'm just going to leave it. And he's destroyed a construction yard. Nicely done. I've destroyed his service depot so he can't build tanks. And I've got the Iron Curtain on a flak truck and a heavy tank. So here we go. The flak truck can move quickly. And he's targeted the artillery. But then I want to get the helicopters. So there's the artillery gone. There's a helicopter gone. There's another helicopter gone. Oh, but the enemy artillery shell got it. Now he's killed another artillery piece. That flak truck's done his job. Now it's punctured through the enemy's front line and broken them. He's broke. And he's called it. And I'm still got it hammered down. I'm not finishing. And I gave up on capturing that. But I've got thieves going. A couple of thieves made it into the enemy refinery over here. But as you saw, they didn't have cash anyway. You know. But you may have seen it off screen. I mean, not off screen, obviously. It may have been off screen, but I sent a couple of thieves this way into this refinery around here, so you may see it in the corner of the screen while I'm babbling about the centre here. So I apologise for not pointing that out, and I also apologise for missing the parabombs. But we saw the result, and we saw the 3 bombers flying off. And the end of the paratrooper drop, we saw the end of that because a helicopter cleared it out. So I do apologise for missing some of the minor details and for making a terrible mess of using a demo truck. Wasn't that ridiculous? 3 grand to blow it up at the back of my own troops. Killed 2 base defences. That's a sour demo truck. But look at the army graph. Up, down, and I suffered far greater losses. My losses were worse than the enemy after the first engagement because I came down here, set up those Tesla coils and my MCV and an advanced power plant, and like those 2 Tesla coils, and I ended up having to retreat. So he caused me a lot of damage. I was down to like a 4 grand army. But I recovered, but my opponent recovered a larger army. And then when we both suffered losses again, I suffered far greater losses, almost to hardly anything. But then we've both recovered our army and suffered massive losses again. But my losses were yet again heavier because I'm on the attack constantly. And I've built some more units, lost some value, built up some, lost some, but my opponent has got a massive crash at the end, and it was because he lost those helicopters and because the Iron Curtain worked. So yeah, I also messed up that Iron Curtain, and the tank that I pointed out that died, that was the one I tried to use it on. That was pitiful. But I managed it. It was hectic and chaotic and difficult, so you're going to have to give us a break on some of that. But there's the army graph, and it just shows you that it was like, you know, some ups and downs there, all right. Here's the earnings graph, and I think that, you know, I think when he takes the centre, this player, I think he should still take the edges, the corners, or at least one he should do, or at least stop me from taking them. You know, don't let your opponent have them, because it's resulted in me having better earnings and that. A crucial point in the game, from like 10 minutes to 8 to 17, you know, my earnings were greater. Up till then, up to about 10 minutes, were pretty even. You know, we had 3 oil derricks each as well. But here's my finishing army. I got a couple of V2s, 4 heavy tanks, a mobile flak, a thief, 2 rocket soldiers and 27 riflemen. Very nice. And the combat chart, my opponent killed 359 units. I killed 189. My opponent lost 19 structures. I lost 13. And my opponent actually destroyed 102,000 credits worth of my assets. I destroyed 81,000, so he's killed and done a lot more damage than I did to him, and he's killed a lot more units. But that's what happens when it's like near constant aggression and multiple attacks. You shed more pixels in attack than you do in defense. It's just how it is, you know. Support powers, I've got my Iron Curtain ticking down. Parabombs are ready to use again, and I used them there. You saw the bombers flying away at least. Paratroopers ready, and I did try and take out oil derricks with paratroopers, and the spy plane's also ready to use. So I've got a nice array of support powers in effect. I've got a SAM site ready to place, that's surface to air missiles. Rifle infantry training and heavy tanks. Heavy tanks are a nice unit to kind of end a game. I mean, you need tech assets and stuff against a good opponent and things, and you need to know how to use the tech assets and things, but when the game has gone on and players have both taken lots of losses and are struggling to get by, a nice horde of main battle tanks will be a nice force to smash the enemy and finish them, just to overrun their bases and things like that, and stay mobile while still being able to inflict maximum damage because they can fire on the move. So it's there, you know, it's often an effective tactic. A nice group of heavy tanks or medium tanks, but you'll need a larger group of medium tanks. That's a nice finishing blow for the enemy. A nice horde of tanks to smash them. But my opponent earned 114,000, I earned 145,000. So I was far better off for earnings, and I've got 9 ore trucks, a couple of oil derricks left. I've got a few grand as well. Here's the basics. My opponent was at 54 actions per minute, and I'm at 33 actions per minute. So that's the orders I've given per minute. And there I've got a few grand cash, my opponent's got a grand. And there's all your stats and graphs, and etc. If you like what you saw, give us a sub and a like. And I hope everyone enjoyed the game. Take good care of yourselves. And until next time, goodbye.
Battle control terminated.